Well, good morning. My name is Willie Lawson, and this is the Morning Report, where we don't blink, don't bend, and we don't apologize for speaking boldly. Today's episode is a scorcher, folks. We're diving deep, swamp deep, into the brand new immigration facility that got both the media and the alligators stirred up. Alligator Alcatraz. Bum, 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 bum. President Donald J. Trump, alongside DHS Secretary Kristi Noem and Governor Ron DeSantis, just rolled into the Florida Everglades to inaugurate the facility that is redefining border enforcement. Now, this is no ordinary visit. This was policy with teeth, maybe a few scales. We're talking symbolism, strategy, and straight up results. And we're doing it Morning Report style. Okay, let's clear the fog. This isn't a fairy tale or dystopian fiction. Alligator Alcatraz is the nickname for a brand new immigration detention center built on an old, already existing Dade Collier airstrip smack in the middle of Florida Everglades. That's right. The infrastructure was already there. Now you're seeing, protests like they're building this new thing and they're destroying the Everglades. So there was some earth-shattering construction project. The runway is already there. The site previously cleared decades ago for a never finished airport. Now, you may not know much about Florida, especially that area of Florida, for a long time until they built Alligator Alley, which is an extension of Interstate 75. It's not 75, but it's an extension. There was really no way to get from the East Coast of Florida to the West Coast because the Everglades was in the way. There were ways to go way north, but there was no direct route, like from Fort Myers to Fort Lauderdale. So the idea was they were going to build an airport. I don't know. Fortunately, the airport never got built, but that land was already cleared. It's been cleared for decades of a never finished airport. The impact on the Everglades, minimal. The symbolism, maximal. Governor DeSantis leveraged this site previously because of its remoteness. It's in the middle of freaking nowhere. I mean, it has nowhere, and then there it is, and there's other places here, but it's nowhere, and it's right smack dab in the middle of nowhere. The natural containment of swamp, alligators, pythons, water moccasins, all the dangerous stuff that hangs out in the Everglades. You name it. You don't need a fence. You don't need a big wall. Because Mother Nature handles security. And intense chain link perimeters and a full processing system. And what you get is a fast, efficient facility that makes the old catch and release model look like a joke. President Trump's visit wasn't just ceremonial. He came to show, not tell. Wearing his signature red hat, he toured the facility with DHS Secretary Kristi Noem and Governor DeSantis. They walked the grounds. They examined the intake tents, checked the fencing, and pointed to the ready-to-go airstrip. One-way flights out of here. And here's the kicker. This wasn't just a showcase. It was a declaration. Trump didn't mince words. He looked out over the swamp and said, "This is not a place I want to go hiking anytime soon." In his Trump fashion, right? Secretary Noem, in charge of DHS, was clear. If you get picked up and land here, you won't be back. But here's what matters. It's the processing time for illegal entrance has gone from years to just a few days. Because we know in catch and release, what happens is that they get processed and they get a court date and they get sent into the interior of the country, wherever they want to go, and they're supposed to be back to go to their hearing. And we found that some of those dates have been years from now. Years. In this particular situation, their hearings could happen in a few days. So the processing time for legal entrance has gone from years to just a few days. The facility is cutting red tape faster than Washington hands out spending bills. I hope so. Court hearings are conducted on site. The National Guard will now assist with adjudication. Detainees can be processed and deported without bouncing around the country. No discussion of this can go without talking about the media optics. Conservative media hailed it as a Trumpian triumph. Tough, effective, and unmistakably American. Fox, Breitbart, Town Hall, they all covered it wall to wall. Meanwhile, MSNBC's hair caught fire. Joy Reid called it a concentration camp. The left painted it as cruelty, but the right saw something else: leadership, courage, and results. Alligator Alcatraz is proof that America's done apologizing for enforcing its own law. It is not anti-immigrant, it's pro-sovereignty. And that's the message MAGA country is ready to shout from the rooftops. Now, let's not miss this. The location sends a message. When you put a detention facility in a swamp full of alligators and snakes, what you're doing is telling the world, this isn't a welcome mat. It's a consequence. It's a reminder that breaking the law carries risk, that borders matter, and that America has the right, and now the will, to defend them. And don't overlook the political alliance here: Trump, Noem, and DeSantis standing shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. That's a unity shot. That's an America First binge. So, what do we make of Alligator Alcatraz? More than a facility, it's a statement. It's a message in steel, swamp, and sovereignty. It proves that with the right leadership, enforcement doesn't have to take years. It can take days. That facility was put together in 8 days. 8 days. Now remember, it was already there. They were going to build an airport there. 8 days. Now, protecting America doesn't require apologies. It requires resolve. And in the end, as Trump said, the only way out is deportation. This is the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. Until next time, keep your head up, your mind sharp, and your spine stiff. And remember, truth does not retreat.